Ash intention, heart to heart, mind to mind. It's your boy Telepathy 93. This is my channel, Exercise Your Demons. Okay, so this is my second take because my first take just got interrupted. But I liked my first take. Basically, I was saying I get irritated sometimes, but I guess it's ego. Lord knows that's just ego. And I pray the Lord take the ego away. Firstly. Secondly, it's great to be inspired, and of course I am inspired. And if you're inspired by me, bless you too, man. Because I'm inspired by you, and I give all the praise to God in that sense. Thirdly, I see something on YouTube about a pastor getting done for fraud. Yeah, I was reading through the Bible, from Judges. Because I just started reading Judges. I finished Judges. I got through Ruth. It was short, sweet, a very beautiful chapter of the Bible or book of the Bible. I was like, yo, you know what? It's bittersweet. The beginning's bitter, but the ending's pretty sweet. And then I got into Samuel, and then I got to this part where in the second chapter of the book of Samuel, they're talking about the misuse of offerings and Eli's rebuke of his sons kind of thing. And so I was like, this kind of reminded me of that pastor that got done for the fraud and all of these kind of things. It was like from chapter 2, Samuel chapter 2, verse 22. Now Eli was very old, and he heard all that his sons did unto all Israel, and how they lay with the women that assembled the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Now he said unto them, Why do ye such things? For I hear of your evil dealings by all this people. Nay, my sons, for no good report that I hear, ye make the Lord's people to transgress. If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against the Lord, who shall entreat for him? Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto the voice of their father, because the Lord would slay them. So that was the first kind of Bible verse I felt like saying today, because it reminded me of that pastor. I don't even know who he is. I don't know if his sermons or services were good, but I do know that he seemed to wear a lot of designer clothes and jewelry, and he was about the image, a lot of image, but I'm not judging him. I ain't no judge, and I'm not God. You get me? Second part of the Bible, which I wanted to talk about, is I'm very much about prayers and quotes and songs in the Bibles. I love my Psalms, and in Samuel, in the second chapter, there's a very beautiful prayer, which is when Hannah receives Samuel and she goes to offer up some ram or whatever they were offering to the Lord. Well, she took Samuel to Eli kind of thing. She said a prayer and a song, and I'm going to say that prayer because these are the gems. For me, I find these kind of things gems in the Bible. Look. And Hannah prayed. This is from chapter 2, verse 1. And Hannah prayed and said, My heart rejoiceth in the Lord. Mine horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies. because I rejoice in thy salvation. None holy as the Lord, for none beside thee, neither any rock like our God. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men broken, and they that stumbled are girded with strength. Fools have hired out themselves for bread, and hungry ceased, so that the barren have borne 7, and she have many children is waxed feeble. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raised up the poor out of the dust, lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. What a prayer, like. Imagine you went church and you just see someone just say a prayer like that out of nowhere. Like, you would be like, wow, like. But even the prophet Samuel, his mother was barren, her womb was closed, and she felt such a way about it, and she prayed on it, and she prayed on it, and she made an offering, went to the hill, she prayed on it. She was praying so hard that the high priest thought she was drunk. Like, he thought she had drunk too much alcohol, and she was just mumbling under her breath, like, because she weren't making no noise. You know what I'm saying? It's only when she explained, well, I haven't drunk anything, I'm just praying, like, my heart. She had that broken and contrite heart they talk about, like, and she poured it out for the Lord, like, the Lord answered her. I don't have that much else to say. I hope everyone's good. I hope you're blessed. I hope you ain't stressed. I hope everything's cool. Like, you know, like, it's always peace and love. What can I say? Peace. Huh?